chill under the breeze. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Spilling this tea.
Hey.
Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
One more time, y'all. Get in here, smash the like. What's up, George? What up, we beat you?
Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
31 in the building. Hit that like. What's good, everybody? I'm back. The last time I was on yesterday, that was Sunday, I went over Bill Gates and Epstein. Tonight, it's going to be Trump and Epstein. For those out there that don't believe that Trump was on that island, by the end of the night, I'm going to make some of y'all some believers. I'm going to say that. Let's just say that. Y'all going to believe me tonight. So we're going to go over a few clips that I did pull, some information that I did pull. and we're going to get this thing started. For those of y'all, we're going to take it back, though. We're going to go back to 1992, dog. We're going back to 1992. 40 in the building. Hit the like. Let's go. Y'all ready? This is when Trump first met Epstein. Let's go. Uh-huh. They had a little party. They partying.
Come on in. Go inside.
I'm gonna give y'all the history of how this shit went down. Hit the like button. 52 in the building. Let's go. I hit 25K yesterday. I'm trying to hit 50K. Hit the like. This is when they first met. I'm taking y'all back to 1992. I'm going to make believers out of y'all. But y'all that don't believe this, 64 in the building. Hit the like. We're going to take it all the way back.
This is a film about Trump's relationship with the world's most famous pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. Their friendship goes back to at least 1992, when the two of them are filmed laughing together. Trump can be seen making friendly conversation with Epstein in between clips of Trump smiling and dancing with a group of young women at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida.
So this relationship go back since 1992, all right? This is when they first met at that party. Let's go. I'm going to make some believers out of y'all. Trump is a goddamn lie, and I said what I said.
Following year, they attend a cafe opening together. And a month after that, Trump invites Epstein to his wedding. In 1995, a young woman called Maria Farmer is working for Epstein in Manhattan.
The beginning of
Late one night, she says, Epstein unexpectedly calls her to his offices, and she arrives in running shorts.
Right here,
Donald Trump then turns up wearing a business suit.
This is the beginning of the end for Trump. This is where it started. Let me take it back a little bit, y'all. Listen up. Listen. Let's go.
And a month after that, Trump invites Epstein to his wedding. In 1995, a young woman called Maria Farmer is working for Epstein in Manhattan. Late one night, she says, Epstein unexpectedly calls her to his offices, and she arrives in running shorts. Donald Trump then turns up wearing a business suit and starts to hover over her. Ms. Farmer feels scared as Trump stares at her bare legs. Then Epstein enters the room, and she recalls him saying to Trump, no, she's not here for you.
Y'all hear that?
The two men then leave the room.
That was the first time, 1993. That was the first time, 92 in the building, hit the like. That was the first time that he got services from Epstein, 93. He clearly said, no, she's not here for you. Let's go.
Ms. Farmer says she heard Trump commenting that he thought Ms. Farmer was 16 years old. She says she later reported the incident to the authorities.
16. So y'all can't tell me this man ain't been with no young, underage women. He thought she was 16. Let's go.
Trump denies he was ever in Epstein's office. 1993 to 1997, Trump takes at least 8 flights on Epstein's private jet, according to flight law.
Private flights on his jet. Y'all can't tell me this man ain't been into that goddamn island. He's denying it. He's been on that island. Let's go.
Released by the U.S. Department of Justice. The plane is later dubbed the Lolita Express, a reference to the character in the Nabokov novel by the same name, a 12-year-old child who is sexually abused by an older man. 1997. Trump and Epstein are seen together at 2 Victoria's Secret parties and are photographed together at Mar-a-Lago. The same year, Trump gifts a book to Epstein with the dedication, "To Jeff, you are the greatest, Donald."
Yeah,
2000.
You are the greatest, Donald. I bet. Put a 1 in the chat. For the 97 that's in the building, put a 1 in the chat if you believe he was on that island. Put a 2 in the chat if you telling me y'all believe Trump ain't never been on that damn island. Put a 1 in the chat. I want to see. If y'all believe that he was on that island, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all believe what Trump say, that he ain't never been on that island, put a 2 in the chat. Yeah. Well, why y'all president running around lying? He got mad and said that he was going to sue. He was so mad at the Grammys. I can't think of the guy's name, because he was denying being on that island. But he took flights on the Lolita. But he's suing because of the joke the little guy made at the awards, the Grammys. You okay? You okay? You suing? Okay. Let's go. He full of shit.
A 16-year-old girl, Virginia Jeffrey, is working in the spa at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. There, she is recruited by Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, to work as a personal masseuse for Epstein. The teenager will soon become, in her words, a teen sex slave and will endure years of sexual abuse.
I was recruited at a very young age from Mar-a-Lago and entrapped in a world that I didn't understand.
25 years later, Trump will acknowledge he was aware that young women were being recruited from Mar-a-Lago by Epstein.
Some of them young women.
So hold on, wait a minute. 1 minute he's saying, nah, he ain't know. Now right here he's saying he know. We got 149 in the building. Hit the like. Hit the like. We got a lot of information to go through tonight. We got a lot of information. Whoever is doubting, y'all gonna go to bed tonight without a doubt, a shadow of a doubt in y'all mind that this man is lying. Let's go. Hold on, gang. Without a shadow of a doubt. Hold on. Let me get my screen together. I'm gonna make some people some believers. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I done lost my daggone screen. Sorry. All right, here we go. Hold up. Okay, here we go.
I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken, and it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Trump is then asked if one of them was Virginia Jeffrey.
I think she worked at the spa.
Listen to him.
I think so. I think that was one of the people. He stole her.
2 years later,
said he stole
after
her?
Jeffrey was recruited from his club
Hold
by
on,
Epstein
y'all. Let
and
me get my
Maxwell,
screen
Trump
together.
tells New York Magazine he thinks that Epstein is a, quote,
I gotta
terrific
take
guy.
that back. I'm
Jeffrey
sorry.
Epstein telling Ghislaine.
Did he say he stole her? Let's take it back a little bit, gang, please. This is crazy. Oh, God. I think he said he stole her. Hold on, let me go back. All right, let's go.
Acknowledge he was aware that young women were being recruited from Mar-a-Lago by Epstein.
Some of them young women. Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken, and it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Trump is then asked if one of them was Virginia Jeffrey.
I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah, he stole her.
He stole
2 years
her.
later, after Jeffrey was recruited
He stole her. How do you know he stole her? How? Okay, let's go. This is
from
crazy.
his club by Epstein and Maxwell, Trump tells New York Magazine he thinks that Epstein is a, quote, terrific guy.
Jeffrey Epstein telling Ghislaine Maxwell, now serving 20 years in prison, that Trump spent hours, this phrase, spent hours at his house with one of Epstein's victims. That is Jeffrey Epstein writing to Ghislaine Maxwell that Trump spent hours at his house with one of Epstein's victims.
Did y'all hear that? Spent hours. We got almost 300 people in the building. Please hit the like. This is disgusting to me. And I was on the fence about covering this because the way they dox those victims is crazy to me. Let's go.
There are two other emails which go to the author, the writer, Michael Wolff, and he says Epstein writes that, of course, he knew about the girls. He means President Trump. Now, according to these exchanges, Epstein actually asked Michael Wolff for his advice in how he should handle Trump.
Now, this is the part. Remember, Trump tried to say that Epstein tried to set him up? No, Epstein was trying to make sure he didn't fucking talk. He didn't run his mouth. Let's go. Pay attention to this part.
When he was going to be discussing their friendship in an interview with CNN. And according to this email, Wolf writes, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane, the Lolita jet, as they called it, or to the house, that gives you valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. Now,
talk about Machiavellian.
I mean, but hasn't that always surrounded the question?
So it was basically snakes snaking snakes. They ain't trust each other, but they was the best of friends. Let's go.
Of why Epstein, what he was doing and why he was recording people and why he was keeping
and
notes.
how he played them off against each other.
This whole idea of compromat material.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I actually went through the files this weekend in depth. Donald Trump is not only named over and over in them, it is discussed this trial in which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old at Epstein's house. There is extensive discussion.
A 13-year-old girl. A 13-year-old girl. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this man is innocent. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't believe that he touched any minors. I just want to see. Do that for me. Y'all, please hit the like. She ain't lying. She's not lying. Everybody lying on Trump? Everybody lying on Trump? Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Discussions about a subpoena of Donald Trump in one of Jeffrey Epstein's cases in which he was accused for rape and sexual abuse. He was subpoenaed and gave a deposition in that case. There is extensive discussion between Donald Trump.
That if he was hanging with somebody that liked kids and was doing things to kids, and he was with this man a lot, why do you not think that he was not engaged in those activities when he's been outright disgusting in public? And I'm going to show y'all that too. Let's go.
Ghislaine Maxwell and Mr. Wolf about not only Trump coming to his house, but Epstein says in these emails that he has photographs of Trump with girls. And I really want to emphasize this. People know this email that came forward last week where Trump says to Ghislaine Maxwell, Trump is the only dog that hasn't barked. And when you look at the emails, what he's talking about is the fact that one of the accusers, one of the survivors who went to the police and gave sworn statements, and it's in those records that were released over the weekend, was actively recruited from Mar-a-Lago. And what Jeffrey Epstein is saying in that email is that Donald Trump hasn't barked.
Okay.
And he knew the Ghislaine
Let me ask you this. For the ones that saying it's not true, for the ones that got kids, you gonna let your daughter around Trump? Huh? Anybody out there with girls, put a 1 in the chat if you cool with Donald Trump hanging out with your 14-year-old daughter. Put it in there. Put a 1 in there. Yeah, if you curse, it's over. I got snipers in here tonight. Y'all ain't getting me like y'all got me yesterday. Okay, I see someone. So y'all cool with y'all teenage daughter hanging around Trump. That's wild. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go.
Well, was going to Mar-a-Lago to recruit 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds who were then taken to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion where they were raped, groomed, and turned into, essentially, I don't even want to use the language. They were abused for years. Mm-hmm. And so Donald Trump not only was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, he knew exactly what was going on. And Mar-a-Lago, his own property, is where children were being taken from which they were trafficked and raped.
You hear that? I'm telling you, y'all, before this is all said and done, what you do in the dark, I said this yesterday, will come out in the light. Period.
This is a big moment in the Jeffrey Epstein saga because we're getting to see emails written by him that have never been seen before publicly. House Republicans released a trove of more than 20,000 pages of records relating to Jeffrey Epstein after House Democrats highlighted 3 emails where Jeffrey Epstein was discussing Donald Trump. We're going to focus on those 3. In April 2011, Jeffrey Epstein sent an email to Ghislaine Maxwell, his longtime associate.
Now, this is a better understanding, guys, about the setup. When Trump said that Epstein tried to set him up, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is a better explanation. So just listen to this carefully.
Epstein writes, I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. The victim spent hours at my house with him.
And when they say that dog that hasn't barked, that means snitch. He has not talked yet. Epstein, because Trump seen and did so much, he thought that Trump was going to try to save his own ass and talk.
While the name of the victim was redacted, House Republicans have identified her as Virginia Roberts Giuffre. She was one of the more prominent victims of Jeffrey Epstein. She had been asked in a civil case later if Donald Trump had witnessed the abuses of minors by Epstein and had said that she did not observe that. In December of 2015, Michael Wolff, the journalist, was emailing with Jeffrey Epstein. Michael Wolff had a relationship with Jeffrey.
I'm fair. One of the victims said no, she didn't see it. This man right here, I'm watching him right now. I'm following this dude right now. He said that there is pictures that they did not release. He said that Epstein had a safe and he had troves of pictures that he showed him. I should have, this is going to have to be a part 2 because I'm telling you, he's supposed to come on tonight. I think I might be done to catch him, but let's go.
For Epstein that went on for years. He seems to have gotten word that CNN was planning to ask Donald Trump during a Republican presidential debate about his connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein, replies by saying, what would we say if we could craft a response for him, which begins, a fuller, longer response from Michael Wolff suggesting.
Let me stop this. To put it in chat how many likes we got. We got over 400 people in there. Please just hit the like. Am I not entertaining? Hit the like. Let me take this back some, but this is what Trump meant about the setup. All right, let's go. Please.
She had been asked in a civil case later if Donald Trump had witnessed the abuses of minors by Epstein and had said that she did not observe that. In December of 2015, Michael Wolff, the journalist, was emailing with Jeffrey Epstein. Michael Wolff had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein that went on for years. He seems to have gotten word that CNN was planning to ask Donald Trump during a Republican presidential debate about.
Let me just say this. I'm sorry for anybody that's curious or want to know what Michael Wolff is on Instagram. Y'all can follow him. He is speaking and he is talking right now. He's talking. Before I went live, I was over there. He's talking. Let's go.
His connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein, replies by saying, what would we say if we could craft a response for him, which begins, a fuller, longer response from Michael Wolff suggesting that there could be opportunity in this for Jeffrey Epstein either way. Wolff wrote back, you can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. The question didn't come up according to the transcript of that debate. In another email,
Trump recently responded to these files being released and said this clears him because they tried to set him up. No, it don't. No, it don't. He say some of the silliest shit.
Wolff seems to be prodding Jeffrey Epstein on the eve of the 2016 presidential election to come forward and say his testimony about Donald Trump, which he says could, quote, help finish him. In January of 2019, Jeffrey Epstein writes to Michael Wolff. A lot of this is redacted, but there are parts of it that we can read. So it references a victim.
Some of my mods, I need y'all over there, please, on the vertical side. If y'all not over there, get over there.
And then Mar-a-Lago. And then Epstein goes on to write, Trump said he asked me to resign, presumably from his club, and says never a member ever. He continues, of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Trump has repeatedly denied that. The emails by their nature are one-sided. These are Jeffrey Epstein's emails. The White House said,
these emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did.
Guess what? They prove absolutely nothing because it's so freaking easy to lie on a dead man. Understand? It's easy to lie on a dead man. Let's go.
Nothing wrong.
But the emails show that, at least from Jeffrey Epstein's perspective, Donald Trump had
this man kept a record of everything. Everything. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying in those emails.
Greater knowledge of Epstein's conduct than he has previously acknowledged.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He said that. Trump said that. Younger girls. Y'all hear that? Let's go.
Routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
Y'all hear that? This is him talking about his own freaking kid. That's his daughter. That's crazy. Okay.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marlon's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the
Who sexualizes their daughter?
It's so happy.
I'm going back. Who sexualizes their daughter?
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have?
Y'all hear him sexualizing his goddamn daughter. Men in here to get teenage girls. Is this how you're supposed to talk to you about your daughters? He's literally sexualizing his daughter. Damn near selling her. This is crazy. But y'all say he's innocent. Okay.
Have of Marlon?
She's got Marlon's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, you know, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. There was no
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
Y'all hear that? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Yeah, okay. Let me take this back. Y'all crazy. That baby, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I stated there with no left.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Liar. He's been seen multiple times with Prince Andrew. He's a liar.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach.
Guess what? We talked about this last night. His wife, that's how he met his wife, through Epstein. Yeah, she one of them paid for brides.
But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
you are one.
All right, I was going to say that.
You hear that? They are joking about him being a sexual predator. Y'all got to stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
48-year-old men, do you know, who invite 14-year-old girls to their parties? The 48-year-old Donald Trump. The New York Times reports that Donald Trump held parties at his home in Florida where he invited 14-year-old girls. Tina Davis, who worked with...
Again, the dads in the chat, who's okay with letting Trump around their teenage daughter? I'm going to ask y'all this again after seeing this. Put a 1 in the chat. One more time. A 1. If y'all cool with Trump hanging out with y'all teenage kid. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not all right with it. I'm going to make some believers out of y'all tonight.
Ford models in the mid-1990s said in an interview that her Ford booker instructed her to get dressed up and attend a Mar-a-Lago party in late 1990.
Y'all hear this? Ford model. This girl was young, teenager. I'm gonna take it back. I gotta talk to this. I gotta do some commentary. 14.
Home in Florida, where he invited 14-year-old girls.
Listen.
Tina Davis, who worked with Ford models in the mid-1990s, said in an interview that her Ford booker instructed her to get dressed up and attend a Mar-a-Lago party in late 1994. Just 14 and new to Miami, she was told to dress sexy, according to her mother, Sandra Coleman.
Y'all hear that? Her goddamn mom was okay with that shit. Her mother.
Who had accompanied her to Florida. 8 or 9 other models came along on the bus. All the girls were really young, Ms. Coleman recalled in an interview. Some of them could have been in training bras. When they arrived at Mar-a-Lago, Ms. Coleman said her daughter...
What real man want a woman with no, like, want a kid-like body, period? What man? What real man would want to lay down with somebody that's not even fully developed? A sick man. A very sick man. Anybody that was associated with Epstein is just as fucking sick as Epstein was. And that's a fact. It ain't my opinion.
Was promptly handed a glass of champagne. She took it away, but waiters kept offering more. Each time one of the middle-aged men at the party approached her daughter, Ms. Coleman would walk over and introduce herself as Ms. Davis's mother. During a trip to the bathroom, they ran into Mr. Trump's new wife, whom they had met earlier. Marla Maples clasped her hands, Ms. Coleman recalled, and looked her in the eye. Whatever you do, do not let her around any of these men, and especially my...
That's why Marla got the hell away from Trump. That man disgusts her. She has no type of relationship with her at all. Marla got the fuck away from him. She told that mother, do not leave your daughter around them. This is crazy.
Husband, she told Ms. Coleman, protect her. The Times reports Mr. Epstein was a frequent guest at Mar-a-Lago parties. A woman who said Mr. Epstein trafficked her in the late 1990s and early 2000s recalled attending at least a half a dozen of the parties, beginning when...
Tomorrow night, I'm doing all survivors, so y'all can hear their story. Last night was Bill Gates. Tonight is Donald Trump. Tomorrow night will be Survivor night.
She was 17. She told the New York Times that the invitations she received when she was 17 were, quote, to be Donald Trump's guest at Mar-a-Lago. According to one invitation she shared with the Times, the parties were open bar and no one checked IDs. She said Mr. Trump was always all over them, she recalled. A 20-year-old model who attended a Trump party at Mar-a-Lago told the New York Times, I had a glass of champagne and I immediately felt not well, Ms. Brock recalled, adding, I thought my drink had been spiked. According
Okay, so I see Diddy ain't the only one doing
The New York Times reporting Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein attended parties at each other's homes. The Times reports one of the women, who has never before spoken publicly about the experience, told the Times that Mr. Epstein had coerced her into attending 4 parties at Mr. Epstein's home. Mr. Trump attended all 4, the woman said. At 2 of them, she said Mr. Epstein directed her to have sex with other male guests. In an email among those released by Congress in November, Mr. Epstein boasted that he gave Mr. Trump a 20-year-old woman whom Mr. Epstein dated in the 1990s. In a 2010 deposition, Mr. Epstein was asked if he had ever socialized with Mr. Trump with...
So guess what? Epstein passed down a 20-year-old because she aged out and told Donald, here, you can have my leftovers. They ain't shit. These men ain't shit.
Girls under 18, and he did more than 3 dozen, as he did more than 3 dozen times during the deposition, Mr. Epstein invoked his constitutional right not to answer. At one of those parties, here's how Jeffrey Epstein introduced himself. Quote, I'm Jeffrey. I'm Don's best friend.
My name is Amy Doris. In 1997, I attended the U.S. Open. We went to Donald Trump's VIP box. I went into the bathroom. When I came out, Trump was standing there. He was not waiting to go to the bathroom. He was waiting for me. He kind of grabbed me.
Did y'all see how he was looking? Looking like a perv. Look at that.
And tried to kiss me. He was touching me all over my body. I pushed him away. I could not move. He just shoved his tongue in my mouth, started kissing me. It was so forceful. It was not pleasant. It was not welcomed. It was not consensual. I literally used my teeth to push his tongue out of my mouth. It was violating and it was traumatic. I thought it was my fault. Seeing the Access Hollywood video made me realize that Donald Trump is a serial sexual predator. He says he's going to protect women. He harms women. He has no respect for women. It is a danger to our society to put this man back in the White House. It's like,
gang, this is crazy. This is crazy. So again, I don't care what nobody say. And if you're not a believer, go pull some of the files. This is disgusting. Disgusting. This might be the end. Hold on. I thought I had one more clip. This might be the end, though, gang.
when will this stop?
Anti-Psychopath Pack Inc. is responsible.
Yeah, that's the end of that clip. Hold on, gang. This is crazy. I am dropping the link. Anybody want to come up, sound off, you are more than welcome to do so. Hold on, let me close that screen out. There we go. This is wild. I only been live for 36 minutes. I'm gonna try to stay on for an hour, but I ran through those clips so fast. This is unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal. For you guys now, I took y'all all the way back to 1992. 92. And because of that, because Jeffrey thought that Donald was going to talk, that is the Donald's claim that he set him up. That's the only, he claims that he's innocent. He claims that Jeffrey Epstein was setting him up with everything. A damn lie. A damn lie. Hold on, gang. I might got one more clip. Don't make no sense at all. None. Give me 1 second, gang. I'm going to pull up another clip on my channel. Please, guys, like, share, subscribe. Tomorrow, I am pulling. I'm pulling the victims, the survivors. They ain't victims, they survivors, so that y'all can hear their story. Their story. Hold on. And I'm going to pull this clip that I pulled yesterday. We're going to get into this. Hold on. Let me take it back. Because I believe that they went into, hold on, and I get this go back. I think I'm more sorry. All right, here we go. All right, let me take this back. But this clip right here tells you just how many times he was mentioned. After this, I'm going to play this clip of Trump reacting to the latest release of the Epstein files. I want y'all to hear it out of his mouth. $3 million. Not 2 times, not 3 times, hundreds of times. Yeah. Now y'all think they holding them. I do believe they are holding some of them due to the survivors, but I believe they're holding a lot of them to protect them. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I didn't put it back on my screen. Let's say I'm mad. Let me share my screen, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm moving too fast. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me put it on my screen. Oh, shoot. Sorry, gang. I didn't think I was going to run through that clip that fast, but I did. Hopefully the people will get back in here. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, let me share my screen. There we go. Let me make it bigger. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Child sexual abuse. And critics point out today's release comes 40 days after DOJ was required by law to hand over the files.
And
I asked the deputy attorney.
They rushed to beat the deadline. And when they did that, they doxed a bunch of the survivors, which was messed up.
General, who used to be President Trump's personal lawyer, whether all material related to the president had been released. Trump and Epstein were friends in the 1990s before they had a falling out.
Can you assure the American public that President Trump, like every other prominent person whose name came up in relation to the Epstein files, that all documents, photos, and anything relevant to him connected to the case are being released?
Do y'all believe this? Because they said yes. I don't believe this shit.
I mean, yes, I can assure that we complied with the statute, we complied with the act, and there is no, we did not protect President Trump, we didn't protect or not protect anybody.
President Trump's name comes up thousands of times, mostly in news articles, but also in emails written by Epstein himself. Blanche today telling Fox News, in none of these communications, even when he's doing his best to disparage President Trump, did Epstein suggest President Trump had done anything criminal or had any inappropriate contact with any of his victims. The documents released today include records of unverified tips to investigators, including some uncorroborated information pertaining to President Trump, former President Clinton, and other high-profile individuals. Trump and Clinton have both denied any wrongdoing and any knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
Real quick, before we listen to Trump's reaction to the latest Epstein files being released, who do y'all think will bend or fold first? Do y'all think Bill would tell on Trump what he knows? Or do y'all think Trump would tell on Bill? Do y'all think it would come down to that? I do. But to me, I mean, Bill don't look pressed or stressed. He don't give a shit, if you ask me. Trump, he looks bothered. He keep telling everybody not to pay too much attention to it. Why? Why, man? Because you all over it?
The Justice Department said the tips led nowhere. The Deputy Attorney General insisting a review of the files did not uncover evidence anyone else should be charged with crimes.
I don't think that the public or you all are going to...
Epstein did all of this stuff, had all of these young girls, and no one else should be charged with any type of crimes. So Epstein was the only... Come on, man. Stop it.
Uncover men within the Epstein files that abuse women, unfortunately.
Today's release did offer evidence of Epstein's relationships with the rich and powerful, including Elon Musk. In a number of emails, Musk and Epstein seemed to be discussing plans for Musk to...
Elon couldn't get on that island for shit. He was begging.
...visit Epstein's private island in the Caribbean. In one 2012 email, Musk asking, "What day night will be the wildest party on your island?" Musk says he never went to the island. The files released today indicate President Trump's current Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, apparently did plan a visit to Epstein's island. The men were neighbors in Manhattan. Lutnick recently said that in 2005, he decided he did not want anything to do with Epstein.
When they knew that these files were coming out, it's like, why lie? Why lie when the proof is there? He got caught in a lie.
My wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
But the newly released documents indicate that 7 years later, when Lutnick was visiting the Caribbean with his wife and other friends and family, he apparently emailed looking to set up a dinner on Epstein's island, writing, "Does Sunday evening sound good?"
Busted. They all lie. So I don't care what y'all say. If y'all believe Donald, go right ahead.
A few days later, Epstein's assistant sending Lutnick this message: "Jeffrey wished me to pass along the below to you. Nice seeing you." Tonight, the Commerce Department saying Secretary Lutnick had limited interactions with Mr. Epstein in the presence of his wife and has never been accused of wrongdoing. Tonight, a group of Epstein survivors releasing this statement. This latest release of Jeffrey Epstein is being sold as transparency, but what it actually does is expose survivors. Once again, survivors are having their names and identifying information exposed, while the men who abused us remain hidden and protected. That is outrageous. This is a betrayal of the very people.
Just like my girl said yesterday, it's a scare tactic. That's why they allowed some of those documents to come out with the names.
This process is supposed to serve.
The Deputy Attorney General predicted with such a large volume of material, there would be mistakes.
All right,
he says the department has put in place a way for victims to contact DOJ.
Out of here. I want to hear what he got to say.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about...
Now to this, Democratic lawmakers and groups of survivors of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein right now blasting the Trump administration over their partial release of additional Epstein files. Of course, we know this. It comes after the DOJ released tens of thousands of pages that include photos and videos and court records, all related to Jeffrey Epstein. But millions of pages are still yet to be released to the public. Some of those files include mentions of prominent figures like the President of the United States. He's never been charged with any wrongdoing. This is what he had to say when asked about the latest release of documents over the weekend. Listen.
Sir, what did you think of the latest release of Epstein files? And do you
This is where he say innocent.
will be satisfied with?
Well, they should be, because it looked like this guy Wolf, who's a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite.
He thinks that he's not free because of that.
That Wolf was a third-grade writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me.
That don't mean you. That is so dumb.
And that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that.
So let's go out to Washington and CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland. Scott, we know CBS pouring through these documents. What do you find?
That does not make you innocent. What happened was they were setting him up that if he does talk and tell what happened, either way, they was trying to make sure Jeffrey was going to be okay. He's foolish. That don't make you innocent. That don't. Oh God.
It's an ongoing process. Getting through 3 million pages is no small task, and you can't do it in a concentrated, finite period of time. Let me just update what the president said a few moments ago, issuing another one of those stem winder of a social media posts.
Yeah.
It goes on a ways, but the first line is worth emphasizing. It reiterates what he said in that press gaggle last
Let's
night.
listen to him
He
laugh.
was not friendly with Jeffrey Epstein, and that he's accusing others of falsely accusing him, and then he's threatening potential litigation against others who've connected him to Epstein. This all echoes what he said to the press last night.
Why is he
I think
denying
this is
it?
somewhat beside the point of what we're talking about here today, Reed, which is that there are any number of people, prominent people, powerful people, who had communications, emails to Jeffrey Epstein in the years after Epstein pleaded guilty to an offense in 2008, including people in the president's circle, powerful people in media, in news, in politics. And that is a problematic thing because Jeffrey Epstein had already acknowledged misconduct, yet he was still in this powerful circle years later.
Yep, just like Bill Gates. He was still tied to him long after. All right, gang. Listen, replay gang, smash the like. The 173 in here, please smash the like. I'm going to go ahead and, no, I'll drop the link. For anybody that want to come up, sound off, you can. If not, I'm going to get up out of here. I wanted to go an hour, but I didn't think that I didn't think that, my clip was going to run out that early, but I'll drop the link. And if anybody want to come up here and sound off, but tomorrow night I will be doing the victims, and then I'll spin the block right back on Trump, because it's a lot. There's all those pages and pages and pages that we'll have content for months, for 2, 3, 5, 6, for years. For years. This is just the tip of the iceberg. All right, the link is dropped. I'll give it a couple minutes. This is an open platform. All opinions are respected. Just don't be disrespectful. That's all. That's all I ask for. You free to speak. Talk your mess. Talk your shit. Say what you got to say. Just don't, mispronounce cuss words, please. Stuff that could possibly, potentially get my channel flagged. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to give it a minute. And if don't nobody hit the like, we're going to get up out of here. I'm almost there, an hour. We got 10 more minutes. That is my goal. I went an hour yesterday. I went an hour today, and I'll be going an hour tomorrow to highlight only some of the victims. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of stories, but I've collected about 4 stories, and maybe I might collect 2 more, being as though that, you know what I mean? My clip went so fast. So I'll collect a couple more stories, but it's horrible. It's heartbreaking. These stories are very heartbreaking. This is crazy, insane. But, he knew what he was doing when he kept record of everything, because he felt like, hey, I'll take everybody down with me if I got to. And he kept meticulous. I mean, his record keeping game was crazy. Hold on. Let me read some of these comments. But I want to thank everybody too tonight for piling in here. It don't seem like I had too much drama. Yesterday, it was a crazy. I didn't have too many mods in here. People was just, they was being crazy. Mean, nasty, cussing. Hey, Meek, what's up? What's up? Melanated, what's up, my peoples? I'm just now getting to the bottom of the chat. But please subscribe to the channel. Please. I'm trying to go live at least 3 times a week. I do uploads. I do multiple shorts. I try to keep up with current events. Like I said, I built this channel for people to have a voice. So I don't have any problem. Somebody coming up here, we could talk. We might not agree, but we could agree to disagree as grown folks, as grown people. What up, baby? What's up, 10? What's going on? I'm going to stay in here for about another 7 minutes, and then I'm going to end this thing. An hour's enough. I'm just hoping I doubled that 25K. We'll see. But I doubt it, because yesterday it was crazy. I had up to 600 people in here at one time. I thought I was losing my mind. My anxiety was sky-ass high. We ain't have no mods in here. People was cussing, just doing the most. Yeah, replay. We went live yesterday, too. This live was about Trump. Yesterday was about Bill Gates with his lying ass. He gave his wife, he caught a STD over there messing with them girls on that island. And he tried to secretly give his wife antibiotics. It's like, come on, man. Just crazy shit. Crazy shit they do. I'm thinking, you would never, disgusting. Like, what was you going to do? Crunch it up, put it in her food, put it in her drink? It's like, dude, come clean. You're busted. His wife couldn't stand Epstein, didn't want him involved with Epstein. And he talking about he feel like he got played. No, you played your goddamn self doing the stuff that you was doing, that you had no business doing. Period. But all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and ain't nobody hitting this link. I want to thank everybody for showing up, showing out for me, all my mods. This is only the beginning. It'll get greater later. Trust me. But make sure y'all tune in. I will have the survivors tomorrow, so y'all can hear their stories and what they went through. For the ones that walked away still believing that Trump is innocent and had nothing to do with nothing, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, okay. All right, y'all. I'm getting up out of here. Peace.
Under the breeze.
Hit the light going out. Hit the light
I'll
going
pour
out.
it high, so high. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back.
Who messing with my mod? Hold on. Stop the goddamn music. Peanut, what's going on? What's going on? Like I said, everybody can voice their opinion. Just don't be disrespectful. Don't. You'll get blocked. I got snipers in here. All right, y'all.
The news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait. I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea.